Shalom and welcome to a special All Israel feature. After 505 days in captivity, 4 Israeli live hostages have finally returned home. These are Omer Shem, Omer Tal Shoham, and Eli-ya Cohen. These 4 hostages were released alongside Avera Mengistu and Hisham al-Sayed, who were captured over a decade ago by Hamas. These reunions bring both joy and renewed determination to secure the release of the 58 hostages still in Hamas captivity. Here at All Israel News, we remember when we heard firsthand the family stories last year at that event called Israel and the Foreign Media in October 7th War. This event was held at the FOZ Museum in Jerusalem. This exclusive gathering brought together government officials, IDF spokespersons, families of the hostages, and media representatives to discuss the conflict's coverage and the humanitarian impact. At the event, Malki Shem Tov, the father of Omer Shem Tov, shared words that haunt us still.
But first I want to ask the audience, do you know where is your son now? Do you know where is your daughter now? Do you know if they are eating? Do you know if it's cold? I didn't speak, me or my wife or my family, with Omer more than 150 days.
Now that we know during those 500 days, Omer Shem Tov was held in a tunnel, enduring starvation and physical torture. Yet his spirit remained unbroken. Upon his return, his mother Shelly shared that his first request was simply for a hug. He was starving for human touch, for warmth, and for love. At the same Friends of Zion event, we also heard from Eli-ya Cohen's mother as she spoke about her son and his fiancée, Ziv.
It's very, very, very difficult. We have no breath. It's very hard. It's very hard to unknown nothing about him and asking about the other hostages. Ziv, she's now trying to be strong because she wants Eli-ya will come back. She waiting for him and she do everything that he will come back.
Today, that wait has ended for Ziv and Eli-ya's mother. Ziv and Eli-ya have been reunited after an ordeal that tested the limits of human endurance. During his captivity, Eli-ya maintained his faith, reciting prayers during captivity, despite the horrific conditions. In fact, in recent days, he actually met his niece, who was born during the time being held hostage. But not all stories have found such a resolution. At the same Friends of Zion event, Bibas Levi spoke of her brother Yarden, his wife Shiri, and their small children Ariel and Kfir.
My family, unfortunately, has become maybe the most famous hostage from October 7th. Shiri's horrible picture been taken with the boys was one of the first picture published, I think. It was published about 2 hours after my brother sent me the last text. I was texting him while he was in the safe room. He told me they were inside with the kids. They were trying to keep them quiet, which was a hard thing to do because it was a 4 years old and a baby. He told me he can hear gunshots and screaming in Arabic, and he was terrified.
Tragically, the Bibas family stories took a heartbreaking turn, and although Yarden Bibas returned home alive, Shiri and their young sons have been brutally murdered by their captors in cold blood with their captors' bare hands. The news sent shockwaves throughout Israel's society. The Gingy, which means redhead in Hebrew, the Gingy toddler Ariel and baby Kfir, who had become symbols of innocence caught in the brutality of terrorism, were gone. Their images had adorned billboards across the country, their names recited in every family in Israel at rallies and prayer gatherings. The murder of these children struck at the heart of Israel. Mothers and fathers held their children tighter, school teachers held special remembrance activities, and communities gathered to support the Bibas family in their unimaginable loss. The stark contrast between these outcomes, joyful reunions and heartbreaking loss, embodies the complex reality Israel faces today. We ask you to continue praying for the hostages that have returned, as the battle of trauma is an ongoing internal, real battle. Your prayers make a difference. Also, continue praying for the 58 hostages still in captivity, 34 of them dead, according to Israeli intelligence. Continue praying for their families who wait in anguish, and for the nation of Israel as it navigates through this difficult chapter. Thank you for joining us for this special feature, and visit allisrael.com for ongoing coverage and updates. Please continue to stand with Israel and pray for the safe return of all hostages.